What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? Welcome back to Sell to Singularity. I think this is like the third or the fourth episode. I honestly can't keep track of them at this point. But I do know that since we left, it's been about 2 days since I played the game, but I had my doublers on. So we were able to save up 399 trillion entropy and 100,000 ideas, I guess. I don't really know how to compare it. I'll turn that little thing on. But yeah, as you can see, if you take a look down here where my mouse cursor is, I still have 2 days left of times two income. And the only reason why I did that is because I have so much Darwinium that it's just like I might as well use it. So it gave me the opportunity to double what I got when I came into the game. It was like 170 trillion or something like that. So I doubled that using 2 Darwinium, and then it asked me to boost. I boosted that, I collected that, and it asked me to extend the boost by, I don't know, 4 hours or something for 2 Darwinium. So I did that. So making 2 Darwinium, well, I'm using 2 Darwinium to boost my stuff all over the place wherever I can. Because as we saw in the last time when we bought 800 Darwinium, there's not much that you can do with Darwinium in this game. You can get an idea burst for 1,000. We have 100,000. That's useless. For our entry burst, that's 10 trillion. We have 400 trillion. So time flux, that's the only thing that's worthwhile right now, but not at the moment. The only time you really want to use the time flux is when you have the value of how much you're making per second when it comes to entropy. So as you can see, I don't have my auto clicker on. I don't need it on. I don't feel the need to have it on. If I need to, I'll back out of the game, turn it on, and then come back in, and then you guys will not see anything. But, so, as we saw in the last episode, we got, what's that? For 642 billion. Yeah, it's 1 entropy. I mean, 600 billion, that's good. That's half a trillion for 1 Darwinium. That's actually a really good deal. I'm happy with that. So looking at our Earth, our Earth is looking really, really good right now. Our sun is looking better. I love the way that sun looks. Can you cut off, please? Thank you. Here, okay, so I remember we stopped here because this is where we used up all of our idea things, I guess. Then when we got over here to humans and stuff like that, everything got super duper expensive. But so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go back down really far to where we can get 100 of our things. What's that? Oh, ideas. That's right. So I want to be able to get like 100 of, not necessarily the apes, but 100 mammals, 100 tetrapods, 100 fish. You know, because right now we're at the hundreds when it comes to everything below fish. So if we upgrade just like that, we got gills. Okay. So 64 trillion. Oh my goodness. It always happens like that. Oh, we got another achievement. So I did say that I would start reading these. I'll have to read them as soon as we get them. Day-old fish, 100 fish created. The oldest recorded fish in human history was an Australian lungfish named Grandad that died at the age of 95 in 2017. Well, rest in peace, Granddad. So we got 100 of those. Fish 100% more efficient. That's not really worth it. Not for 64 trillion. I think we would spend less by getting way more tetrapods. Is there anything else that we can get down here? I don't think I passed up on anything, did I? No, because I remember I spent lots and lots of stuff getting everything up to this point. Because I want to make sure when I do get all the way through it, I don't leave anything. I want to make sure that we go to every direction that we can go. Okay, so we got the eggshell. Alright, let's get tetrapods. Already at 1 billion. Ooh, got an achievement. Let me get that. Icy iguanas, cold chameleons. Reptiles are found on every continent except Antarctica. Neat. Sorry if the mouse clicking gets annoying. I do know that the audio for this click is pretty loud on my end. I don't know if it sounds bad on yours. Yay, we got fit. Okay, watertight epidermis. 2 trillion, that's not bad. Scales and carefully waterproof skin helps reptiles walk on land, freeing them from the constant threat of dehydration and plague amphibians. 50% more efficient. We can get that. It's only 2 trillion. That's not bad. Let's see. Okay, let me see. Did we get another achievement? Yeah, we did. Our scaly friends, 50 reptiles created. Less than a third of the world's snakes are venomous, and of those, only 30 to 40 species out of nearly 3,000 are harmful to humans. So there you go for people with phobias of snakes. Oh my goodness, we're almost at 1 trillion. We got a lot. We're not gonna make it, are we? Okay. Well, I guess instead of using, at this point, I would think. Oh, what am I doing? I'll say okay. So at this point, I think it would be better to use a time flux than it would be to use an entropy burst. Let's test it out. 15 trillion? It's not really. No, it's not. Because we still can't even get that with how much that we just got. Well, let's use 40 Darwinium, maybe? Yeah, it's not really good value coming out of here right now. Because it only really gave us one more upgrade on this. Producing 126 million entropy per second. That's not really good. This game is harder than I thought it would be. Let's not focus on this right now, and let's get some mammals. Until it costs about 1 trillion. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now that's what I like. So now we're getting 4.7 billion per second from that. So I think that's what it is. Rather than trying to go all the way to 100, maybe we go to 50. That's a lot of billions of dollars. They're very valuable. How much is that worth? 1 trillion. Okay. Oh, wait, I forgot. Okay, so where there's a whale. Blue whales are the world's largest mammals. They are also the world's largest animal, period. Yeah, that's right. Largest animal in history. All mammals have hair, even aquatic mammals like whales and dolphins. Monkey business. There are currently 4 great apes: gorillas, bonobos, orangutans, and chimpanzees. Okay. These things are really expensive. Oh. I suppose I should go to the ideas section now, huh? We only have 6 trillion for these. I don't know. The higher up you go, things just get so expensive. Sculpture. It started in the Stone Age with small figurines depicting fertility goddesses. Over time, they will get larger and more ambitious, and eventually lifelike. Beads. Anybody want any beads? 27,000. That's pretty expensive. Yeah, religion. That's pretty expensive too. We should probably just get those, huh? Beads are the most ancient of all jewelry. Our people have gained a taste for the decorative and the aesthetic. From here, we'll invent more complex and elaborate works of craft. 27,000. That's kind of expensive. Let's get some kiln. Kiln. It's expired to create pottery from reshaped clay. We'll use a kiln to provide the needed heat. Okay, that's useful. And we'll get some religion popping off over here. Start killing each other. How do we understand the world around us? Where do we come from? How should we act? To answer our first philosophical questions, we craft stories of deities that created our world and define our cultural values. And we're down to 7,000, just like that. Got the Neolithic. We got a man at a house doing some digging. Next to our ape man. Dang, that's a big ape dude, ape guy, man. Okay. So more upgrades on this gives us, oh, okay, 1 entropy per second. Cool. Now we're getting 11 per second. If I upgrade it again, I need to upgrade it 2 more times. Now we're getting 2 per second from that. Let's move on and get some farming. We need that to survive. No need to gather plants and berries. We can grow the crops ourselves. We are no longer forced to be nomadic. For the first time, we can settle down, like this guy's doing. This guy's doing some cropping, planting stuff. Weaving. Neolithic 20% more efficient. Interlacing fibers and threads together make them stronger. This is the first method of artificial textile production and enabling us to create fabric and cloth. Sail. Okay, we can get that. Travel by boat is faster than land. And when we make use of the wind, we're faster still. Pottery. We've mastered the use of clay. Toss out all the tools of stone. Far subtler creations are soon to emerge. Oh, well, why would wheel be after that? Huh. One of the earliest and most profound of innovations, such a simple design, and yet with the wheel, so many improvements became possible. Most notably for travel, the world has been transformed and we can't imagine life without it. Gears. It's only 4,600. I'm not too worried about it. City. What began as small farming communities have grown beyond simple villages. The first cities have formed. That domestication of animals. Why hunt what you can raise for the slaughter? Dang, that's a horrible way to put it. Mining ore. There's a lot of valuable resources buried beneath the earth. Let's start building mines to access all that wealth. We need fertilizer, aren't we? Our crops need nutrition too, and fertilized soil ensures higher yields. Alcohol. Do we want alcohol? With wine and beer, alcohol will become a seminal figure of civilization. Very effective at disinfecting poor water supplies, but we need to be careful. Drink too much and bad things will start to happen. Okay, yeah, we need alcohol for that reason. That is fair. 31 per second now. That's pretty good. It's much better than we were at before. There we go. Getting good stuff there. So upgraded now. What's that at? 33 per second. Dang, we just doubled just like that. Okay. What do I want to do now? We're doubling. We're already there. I wish my time flux was more. 100 trillion. There we go. Finally, it's worth something now. Sheesh, 10 trillion all this time. I wonder what caused it to go up. How do you get it to go from 10 trillion to 100 trillion like that? Thank you. There we go. I just wasted a lot of Darwinium. Just using the 10. There we go. I'll use it till we get to about 600. That's how you know I'm cheap. Ooh, I want to get to, what is that? Quadrillion? Yeah, let's get to quadrillion. Yay. Alright. Still got 588 Darwinium left. Oh my god, I love having so much Darwinium. This is so cheesy. Okay. Let's go back down. We're gonna go back down. Let's go to see. We're at 50 here. We're at 100 there. There we go. Back to 100 trillion. The neocortex, the part of the cerebral cortex that controls sight and hearing in mammals, giving them an evolutionary edge over other animals. And we'll get some gills. Respiratory organs that allow fish to extract oxygen from water around them. Alright, I don't think there's anything else down here that we need to get. I don't think so. Can we go up any further? No, nothing unlocked up here. Maybe we need more ideas. Oh, we're back to ideas since we can't go further with the people for some reason. I don't know if I did something wrong. We'll get a plow. Agriculture is backbreaking work, but our ingenuity will always find ways to advance. Surely, when it comes to each year's planting, there must be better options when preparing the soil than to do the work by hand. Horse domestication. Beasts of burden or steeds of war. We've domesticated horses. Possibilities abound. Chariot. I want it. An early breakthrough in transportation and war. Chariots make us mobile, especially on the battlefield. Writing. We're going to need it. Read the writing. Thought can now be preserved for generations. Having mastered writing, our ideas and impressions are no longer ephemeral. And now that they are etched in stone, quite literally sometimes. Yeah, that's true. Metallurgy. Metallurgy? The first tools were made from stone. Now we work with metals which are stronger and more durable than anything we've used before. Okay. Oh, I want gears. That's what I wanted. An early mechanical advancement. Gears combine multiple interlocking wheels to make our machines and tools more powerful than ever before. Get that. I like the way the ideas are building to a point where it seems like they're actually valuable, rather than like our entropy, which seems to be like at a real standstill. Glass. Start with sand, mix in ash and limestone. Apply furnace until hot, get glass. From cups to windows, from figurines to mirrors to telescopes, let's put our glass makers to work. Bronze Age, we're in there. Baby! Yeah, give me my little anvil and my hammer and my metal thing. Okay, how much is it? Ooh, let's just go upgrade our guy down here. Ooh, that's expensive. Well, it got expensive. Alright, that got pretty expensive too. We're back down to like 130,000. 30 there. What is this at? 19. There we go. Let's collect some achievements. Quite a mouthful. 100 reptiles created. Due to snake's ability to unhinge their jaws, the common garter snake can swallow a frog nearly twice the size of its head. Orangutans are the world's largest tree-dwelling animals. Nerve impulses sent from the brain move at a speed of 274 kilometers per hour. The heart pumps 182 million liters of blood during the average lifetime, and new cells are replacing old ones constantly. You are truly amazing. The Stone Age began around 2.6 million years ago. Humans lived in small nomadic groups, but towards the end of the Stone Age, they began to settle in permanent locations. What's that, 25? Oh, 25 Stone Ages. Oh, okay, so these are the achievements for that. The first animal to be domesticated by humans was likely the dog. Bred from tamed wolves, these domesticated wolves became important hunting partners and aided in protecting humans from wild predators. Oh, I forgot to get these. Whale of a tail. Many of the largest sea-dwelling animals are mammals, not fish, including whales and dolphins. Sharks, however, are fish. Fish have been on the earth for more than 450 million years. I like how the facts get more complex as you go forward. Well, no, never mind. Never mind. If I had a hammer. Early humans crafted axes and hammers out of stone, turning the very rock to their will. Our ability to alter the world around us to go above and beyond begins. First human, evolved human. Originating in Africa, Homo sapiens replaced the earlier species of Homo erectus and began their great migration to cover the planet. Okay, so we got 39 out of 148 achievements. Where to now? Got some Bronze Age going on. Dang, we just got to 500,000 that quick. I guess just after getting those achievements. Huh. We get to 25. There we go. Back down to 300,000. And we got another achievement. There we go. Bronze was harder and more durable than most metals of its time, and its invention paved the way for tools and goods that lasted longer, giving humans a new technological advance. Sweet. Alright. Ooh, okay. Got some paper, arithmetic, and bronze. Paper. The days of clay tablets, animal skins, and papyrus scrolls are over. Versatile and easily portable, paper is a new best thing to write on. Arithmetic. We've mastered basic sums, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. Such skills are quite useful in our day-to-day lives. Bronze. Age 100% more efficient. Wow, that was cheap for that. We're into the Bronze Age now. By smelting bronze, we can produce materials far stronger and more durable than our predecessors could manage. Copper tools and weapons might as well be obsolete. This game is super educational. I love it. Nail. Iron. Zero. Oh, like the concept of zero? That's cool. Nail, a pin-shaped object made from metal. Nails are used to fasten materials together, revolutionizing woodworking and carpentry and enabling us to build sturdier constructions. Iron, from the Bronze Age to the Iron Age. We've learned to smelt iron. Soon we'll be forging steel. Zero. Surely numerical values are more complicated than we used to believe. Positive numbers are no longer sufficient. We must also account for a null position. Zero. Alphabet and magnifying glass. Ooh, Iron Age. Well, wait, just give me a second. Alphabet. Letters combine to signify sounds. Writing is more efficient than ever. Magnifying glass. Use it to make small objects look large or to focus light. The magnifying lens forms the basis for us to see further and better. Iron Age. Sword fighting dudes. The day of empire starts when iron replaces the bronze. Fight it out then. Yeah, fight it out. Got a... What is that? What is that? What's that guy got on his helmet? Oh, just different color. Okay. Back here. Man, so we're getting so many ideas like crazy, and it's like we're not really catching up with ourselves. So I'm trying to spend a lot to get to that point. So hopefully, like, you guys don't get too irritated with the fact that I'm reading everything that we're buying. But I also think that if I was to just buy everything and keep going up, the game would kind of lose its point. I feel like that. I feel like it would kind of lose its point if I'm just like, all right, I'm buying stuff. Hey, we're just buying it. Like, if I was to just do this the whole time, I feel like it would kind of get boring because you wouldn't know what I was doing. I wouldn't really know what I was doing, and nobody would care. So I kind of like to know how far we're advancing and stuff like that. Gunpowder, the earliest known chemical explosive. It consists of a mixture of sulfur, charcoal, and potassium nitrate. The sulfur and charcoal acts as fuels, while the saltpeter is an oxidizer. Algebra, ew. Mathematics is advancing beyond basic sums and multiplications into more abstract formulations. There's so much more we can achieve. Iron tools. We learn to smelt, making iron tools and weapons stronger and more durable than their bronze predecessors. Government. Military. As our communities grow into states, we need organized warriors, both to defend ourselves and to attack others. Government. It is not the function of the government to stop the citizen from falling into error. It's the function of the citizen to keep the government from falling into error. Justice Robert Jackson. Ooh, the Iron Sword. Firearms. Middle Ages. Dang, that was quick. We went from the Iron Age to Middle Ages super quick. Is anything unlocked over here? No? Nothing? You're not going to do anything for me over here? I gotta wait for quadrillions? Is that what I have to do? I gotta wait for like quadrillions of dollars in junk? 2 billion per second? Maybe if I had my auto clicker, maybe it would do something, but I don't know. Coinage. More money, more problems. The notorious B.I.G. Coins facilitate trade and promote the powerful. Okay. Firearms. Boom, the earliest known chemical explosive. Gunpowder was invented in the 9th century China and allows us to develop fireworks, blasting powder, and guns. So did I get a AR-15 or something? Middle Ages. Got it. It's a book. Am I still in the field thingy? Or is this a new area? It is a new area. Whoa, okay. Produces 55 inches per second. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. We owe the Middle Ages to the two worst inventions of humanity: romantic love and gunpowder. Okay, Andre Moroy. Ooh, so now we're back. Now we're in the expensive stuff. This is where the expensive stuff is kicking in, to where our idea burst. Oh, that's worth 10 million. Okay, never mind. I thought it wouldn't be worth much, but it's worth 10 million. So just get it, I guess. So yeah, now we can move back up again. What do we want to do first? We get a microscope, because that's the most expensive thing. For the first time, we can see objects and organisms smaller than the human eye can perceive alone. A whole new, tiny world opens up to us. Movable type. With movable typeset, we've reduced the task of printing down to written language's most basic parts. Individual characters can now be reused and redistributed to form anything we want. From individual words to full pages, we're approaching the age of publishing. The printing press. We'll go back over here, because that's boring. Fire lance. Yeah, there we go. Middle Ages 10. Oh. Nothing. Middle Ages 10% more efficient. Fireworks. Explosions are just for war and demolition. Using gunpowder and colored chemicals, we can create amazing pyrotechnic displays for our own entertainment. Windmill. Can I click it up? Using large blades at the top of a tower, we are able to generate energy from the raw power of wind. Now we can pump water and mill grain. We continue to turn the natural world to our will. Feudalism, a societal structure where one class owns the land and another class works the land. The relationship between nobility and peasantry becomes even more strictly defined. Paper money, when carrying around coins becomes too heavy, paper money comes to fill in our wallets more comfortably. Organized religion. Our early myths and legends have become the rules we use to define our world. From shamans to priests, the structures of religion have become a dominant and powerful presence in society. Okay, we've got one more thing we can get, the printing press. Handwritten books take a lot of time and hard work to make. With the printing press, it's done faster than ever. Using movable type, we can instantly reproduce the same page, making as many copies as we need. Ideas can spread even faster and further now. Age of discovery. We're rolling through this thing, man. This is so quick. So you put that thing right on that thing? Is that what we're doing right there? Okay, I'm cool with that. A tool for measuring the distance between two visible objects used for celestial navigation. Between this and the astrolabe, sailors were now able to chart more elaborate courses and explore the globe further than ever before. Magnetic compass, an instrument that uses magnets to always point the needle to the north. No matter where you are in the world, you can always figure out what direction you're heading in with a compass. Caravel, small, fast-sailing ships that enable oceanic exploration during the 15th and 16th century. Banking. As globe markets grow via international trade, we develop the need for institutions to regulate money and how it's handled. Herbalism. See, these things are kind of boring in comparison to the entropy stuff. Oh well. Herbalism. The first medicines were created using plants from our own backyards. Many medications today still use the ingredient that are found in the natural world. Ooh, scientific revolution. We went through like 4 revolutions. By igniting propellant and expelling the exhaust in one direction, we can launch a vessel upwards. Rockets were initially used as incendiary weapons during sieges. Galleon. Large sailing ships used as armed cargo carriers and warships, a mainstay of maritime commerce and naval warfare. Cannon, a type of artillery that launches a large projectile using propellant. Cannonballs were able to cut large swaths of destruction across the battlefield, changing the way we fight wars. And scientific revolution. Oh my goodness. As the European Renaissance came to a close, new ideas about math, biology, chemistry, physics, and astronomy changed the way we thought about the world. With the emergence of modern science, our intellectual progress as a species gets a sudden boost of speed. We are learning more than ever. Humans banish magic and start categorizing the world around them. Ooh. Okay. We got a thingy, a globe with the sun and the moon. Okay, now we're going back. Ooh, optics. Well, I can't get it. Calculus, the mathematical study of continuous change. We learn how to calculate rates of change and are propelled into further discoveries about science, engineering, and economics. Biology. Ooh, that's expensive. Get a steam engine. A new power source with promise for both transport and manufacturing. We're in the age of coal and steam. The Industrial Revolution is here. Steam replaces horses, and machines start doing the heavy lifting. Ooh, that's 115 million. I can't get that. We can get the 3 laws of motion though. Biology, not 3 laws of motion. Discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. 1. Objects in motion stay in motion, and objects at rest stay at rest. 2. Acceleration is produced when a force acts on a mass. 3. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Those are the 3 laws of motion. If you're in school, remember that. Take that down because it will be on your test. Promise you, every single test that you get when it's in physics or science class, that's going to be on there. And Isaac Newton, just remember that. Remember them too. Those 3 laws and Isaac Newton. Because goodness, when I could tell you how many times I had that on the test, practically memorized the stuff by heart. Optics, we can get those. With new knowledge about physics, we discover the laws that govern the behavior and properties of light. We'll get some biology. The study of natural life and living organisms, we begin to understand how our own bodies work and those of the animals and plants around us. Okay, so I'll let the game build up a little bit, just for a little quick second, just so we could get the Industrial Revolution. But other than that, citizens become consumers and clamor for mass-produced goods. That's kind of it for really everything that we had to do today. Well, everything we can do today without me using more Darwinium. I can use that though. But yeah, other than that, as we go back, we got 3 million. We can get the light bulb. Let's grab that. I ended up getting the steam engine. I got the law of gravity. And I got a rifle. That was kind of it. But other than that, yeah, there's really nothing much for us to do except just kind of let this build up. So I'll probably leave this episode right here. I don't know, the game seems like it's kind of dragging on a little bit at this point. So I think what I'm going to probably do is, I don't know, it really depends. I might not record another episode until I get a little bit of feedback from you guys to let me know what you guys would prefer me to do. If you would like me to stop and read certain more important ones, or if you're fine with me reading whatever I'm reading. I know it takes a little bit of time for me to read each thing I'm buying. I'm not really sure what to do at this point. I know we can keep going up on this side, um, but as far as like going over to the human side, like the entropy side, there's nothing really going on over here. We don't have anything. So anyways, guys, I really appreciate you for coming out. I hope you had a good time. Leave any suggestions in the comments below, or just leave a comment of what you thought of the video. If you'd like to see anything in the future, any other games, or anything you would like to see different about this game. If you would like my face cam to be placed somewhere else. I know a lot of stuff was on like where my face cam is, so you may not have been able to see it because of where my face cam is. I apologize for where my face cam was in the other couple videos. It was really big. I'm still trying to get used to the OBS thing. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.